welcome to the Vibrant Life podcast. I'm Sarah Nolan, and I'm an energetic management advisor for high performers. And in the inner circle, I take my clients through a journey of reprogramming, reconnecting, re-energizing, so that we really become aligned with our purpose and our mission, like the overall purpose and mission. So we're not just achieving wealth, we're achieving wealth in all areas of life. So it's super exciting work. It's so fun for me to get to facilitate all of this. And part of the process, part of the recharge process, which is what the program's called, is reprogramming your internal belief system. And this goes beyond mindset. This goes deep to the core level. Your beliefs about money, your stories about money came to you from your ancestors. Like that's where they originally came, and then they have been molded throughout your lifetime. But one thing that happens as a natural side effect, you could say, or side benefit of going through the recharge journey is that you start to reprogram the way that you feel about money. And it's like without effort, just happens as part of the process. So this week we've talked about 5 steps to feeling more abundant with your wealth. And we talked about listening to your thoughts instead of trying to just think positive or pushing your thoughts away or hiding them, burying them even further. That's going to exasperate the problem. So we talked about listening to your thoughts. And then we talked about finding out what the exact internal story is. Because if you try to pull a weed out of the ground and you only get the top of the root because you only got the surface level story, then you're still going to have sprouts that come up and grow into a big giant bush or a tree or whatever. So we want to get down to the very tip of the root. And so that's finding out what the toxic, what the exact internal story is and the beliefs. And today we're talking about finding out what the beliefs, the toxic beliefs are that were attached to, sorry, I'm mixing up my words here, what the toxic emotions are that it got attached to the beliefs. So if you have a belief that says, I'm not worthy, or there's something going to happen to the money, like it's all going to go away and I have to protect it, hold on tight to that money because someone's going to take it or something's going to happen to it and that it's not certain. So if you have that belief, there are emotions attached to it. Like the second one I talked about where say your belief is that the money's just going to disappear. There is fear attached to that. And the belief that you're not enough, there's shame attached to that. And through this process that I take people through, we can get even more specific and even more detailed with this stuff so that you can, like I said, get all the way down to the tip of the root and pull the whole thing out. You know, roots are not just this one linear piece. Roots have these little fingers that come off of it that hold it in place. And your roots have the same exact thing. They have this one long linear piece that says, maybe it says I'm not enough and there's shame. And all of that is like encapsulated in this root. But then there are these little fingers that stem off of it. And so through this process that I take people through in recharge, we figure out what those little fingers are and where they are. And we gain awareness of the whole unit, and then we can pull it out. So it's really important to identify what emotional patterns has this story or this belief been causing, because then, as you gain awareness, you get power over the situation, and it will help you to feel like your life will start making sense again. It's like it's like, you consciously know that something is either, a decision that serves you or a decision that doesn't serve you. But if you have a particular emotional pattern, like say fear or shame, you're going to continually make decisions that are not in your best interest, even though you know it's not a good idea. There's something inside of you that drives you to a decision that's not in your best interest, and then you start making the same types of mistakes over and over again. You are so smart and you learn from your mistakes, but if you have these patterns living inside of you, then you'll make different mistakes, but they're the same. The mistakes have the same root cause, and it just goes back to these patterns. They just keep showing up in different ways. It's like, say you've got a balloon and there's like a hole in it, and it's a water balloon. Water balloons are so fun. And you tape up the hole, and then because there's so much pressure inside, it spouts another hole. Then you tape that up, and then there's so much pressure inside, it spouts another hole, right? So that's what happens if we don't actually fix the problem, is it just keeps on rising up in new forms. I don't know if the balloon example was the best analogy for that, but I hope you get the point. So this is something that, within the first 2 months, my recharge clients are able to go through this process really fast and really easily and start seeing results immediately. Sometimes in the same session, and sometimes like they'll wake up and they'll kind of wake up a transformed person. So if you want to learn more about this process and see if it's something that would work for you in your particular situation, then let me know, because we can go a lot deeper into this. So tomorrow we're talking about releasing these beliefs and these stories from the root. Remember, from the very base, the very tip of the root, and all those fingers. We're going to release all of that, which also include the built up emotions, those toxic emotions that have been influencing everything that you say, do, think, and feel, right? That's so important. And then, so tomorrow we're talking about releasing all that. And then on Friday, we're talking about the final step, which is gratitude, which anchors it all in. All right. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. This was really fun. I always love sharing this stuff with you guys and seeing how it relates to you and your lives, and getting whatever kind of feedback that you have so that I can help you even further. So we're going to bring it now to the Inner Circle private Zoom meeting where we can discuss this even further, and I can help you get clarity with whatever you need, and I can talk about, really whatever's going on. So I'm going to grab that link right now. And do you have any questions about this? Let's see. All right, there's the link. So my Inner Circle members, you may click on that link. And if you would like to join the Inner Circle and you'd like to be a part of this community and a part of this program so that you can start transforming your life from the inside out and really becoming the person coming back to who you really are, then let me know and I can show you how you can do that. I don't know if you saw, but I'm doing a very limited and very special offer on the Recharge program. This is going to be also a podcast, so I'm not going to say exactly, actually, no, I will say it is, because if you're listening to the podcast, it's probably not current, but it may possibly come around again. So the special offer for Recharge currently, if you're watching this live, is just $397. It's a $5,000 program, but I'm offering it for just $397 for 10 people. So yeah, let me know if you want to be a part of that, and we can, I'll show you what the next steps are. All right, bye guys, thanks. And I'll see the inner circle people in the Zoom chat. Hold on.